Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're zeroing in on ACIM Lesson 88, which is a powerful review of Lessons 75 and 76. If you've ever felt completely bogged down by your own thoughts or just kind of trapped by the daily grind, you're absolutely in the right place. We're going to unpack exactly what these two lessons mean, strip away the complicated jargon, and hand you some highly practical tools you can use right away.
So the first anchor of our review is Lesson 75. It simply says, "The light has come." It's incredibly powerful. It isn't some far-off future promise, right? It's a present tense reality.
And then we have our second anchor, Lesson 76, which is this fantastic reminder of our innate autonomy. It states, "I am under no laws but God's." When you really grasp both of these statements, they can absolutely shift how you navigate your entire day.
Okay, here's our quick agenda. We've got an introduction to Lesson 88, then Lesson 75 on choosing light, how to apply that light today, Lesson 76 covering ultimate freedom, applying God's laws, and finally, a quick summary and our daily practice.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, our introduction to Lesson 88.
Moving right along to Section 2, Lesson 75, Choosing Light.
So today, we're reviewing these ideas to really figure out what they mean for our peace of mind. It's about training your brain to see what's actually true versus what's just, well, noise. Look at this comparison. On the left, we have truth, light, and salvation. The text tells us these are things that are already there. Choosing salvation is literally just recognizing what already exists. But on the right side, illusion, darkness, and attack. These aren't even real options. Attack and grievances are just illusions. If you're holding a grudge against someone, that's an illusion. It's a mental roadblock you've built. So when you're choosing between truth and illusion, you're really just choosing between reality and something your fearful mind completely made up.
And that brings us to this quote, which is honestly just a huge relief. "The light has come. I can but choose the light, for it has no alternative. It has replaced the darkness, and the darkness is gone." Think about that. Because the light has totally replaced the darkness, the choice for salvation is a decision that's essentially already been made for us. You aren't battling the dark, you're just waking up to the fact that the light has already chased it away.
Okay, let's get into Section 3, applying the light today.
It sounds great in theory, sure, but how do we actually use this when life throws a curveball? The text actually gives us 3 highly specific mantras to use the exact moment conflict pops up. If a situation looks bad, you tell yourself, "This cannot show me darkness, for the light has come." If you're bumping heads with a specific person, you say, "The light in you is all that I would see," and you insert their name right there. And for any confusing situation at all, use the third one. "I would see in this only what is there." These aren't just empty words. They are literal tools to snap your mind right back to reality.
Now let's pivot to Section 4, Lesson 76, Ultimate Freedom.
So why do we suffer under our own made-up laws? The text points out that we are constantly tempted to invent these arbitrary rules and then give them power over us. We make up things like, "I have to achieve this specific status to be worthy," or "If so-and-so doesn't act exactly this way, my day is totally ruined." We literally only suffer because we believe in these self-imposed rules. They have zero real effect on us other than the power we voluntarily hand over to them in our own heads.
What's fascinating here is how the source material defines God's laws. It says they are strictly the laws of freedom. You are perfectly free from the effects of all laws except God's. That means any societal pressure, any internal narrative, or any arbitrary rule that brings you suffering simply does not exist in ultimate truth. The moment you realize they aren't real, you are completely immune to them.
Let's look at Section 5, Applying God's Laws.
Knowing about freedom intellectually is one thing, but we have to actually live it. When you feel trapped or stressed by these non-existent laws today, the text offers 3 specific forms to remind yourself that you are free. You can say, "My perception of this shows me I believe in laws that do not exist." Or, "I see only the laws of God at work in this." Or finally, "Let me allow God's laws to work in this and not my own." Using these actively dismantles that invisible prison you might have built around yourself.
All right, bringing it home with Section 6, Summary and Daily Practice.
To wrap up this explainer, let's circle back to our foundational ideas so this really sticks with you. First, Lesson 75, The Light Has Come. The darkness is already gone, guys. You just have to choose to see the reality that's right in front of you. And second, Lesson 76, I am under no laws but God's. You are perfectly free from every single arbitrary rule and grievance that causes you pain. Freedom is your absolute natural state.
Now you might be wondering, how often should you do this? Well, the text provides these useful forms for specific applications throughout your day. There is no set timer here, like doing it for exactly 5 minutes. It's completely situational. Your daily practice is to apply these exact forms every single time a temptation arises. Whenever you feel annoyed, stressed, or trapped, immediately deploy one of these mantras to correct your perception right then and there.
The choice is always yours. But as we've seen today, the light has already done all the heavy lifting. If you found this explainer of Lesson 88 helpful, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more clear, structured explainers just like this one. So as you step back into your day, I want to leave you with this. Will you continue to suffer under illusions, or will you wake up and claim the freedom that is already yours?